Hi, I'm Paul Skydam. I'm the Executive Director of the Iron County Economic Chamber Alliance. Just want to spend a few minutes to kind of go over our Economic Summit. We had our second annual Iron County Economic Summit this October, on October 18th, out at Young's. It was an event that was sponsored by the ICECA, Minor State Bank, First National Bank and Trust, and Northern Interstate Bank. And this year the theme was what it means to live, work, and play in Iron County. And around that we had 3 keynote speakers, and then we had breakout sessions to talk about those subjects. Our live keynote speaker was Dr. Christopher Merritt. He's the director of the Illinois Institute for Rural Affairs, and his talk was on our demographics destiny, really talking about, does our demographic history really define who we're going to be? And his key takeaways were really the importance of youth entrepreneurship, getting youth involved in business, using a community foundation mechanism to capture some of the transfer of the wealth locally, to be able to use it for community development programs and promise programs and tuition programs going forward. And also the importance for a small community like ours, region like ours, of a micro lending program, small scale loans, $500 to $2,500 that can help micro enterprises get started. That was really what was going on in the live section. Our work speaker was Bob Jacquart. He's the CEO of Stormy Kromer and Jacquart Fabric Products. And he really talked about telling the story of being sort of a traditional Yooper young man and growing from that sort of sense of, I can't really accomplish anything, to being the CEO of a very successful international company. And his takeaways really were, you can create a world-class business here in the UP. And the importance of mentors that helped him really take those steps towards success. And also, once you make it, to mentor back and give back to the community. And he also really stressed the point that you can't know everything that you need to know, to reach out and ask for help. Our final speaker for playing in Iron County was Dave Lorenz. He's the Vice President for Travel Michigan, and they manage the Pure Michigan program, tourism marketing program. And he really talked about how they've used that program to really elevate Michigan. And their goal is to make Michigan the #1 tourist destination state in the United States. And currently they're number 4, or I guess we're number 4. And he estimates it'll take about 8 years to get there, but that's a great lofty goal. One of the things that he really talked about was using different digital marketing channels, way beyond Facebook and Yelp and Instagram, but different active channels to capture the beauty and excitement of a place, especially for millennials, and get them involved. And the real key takeaway there was he was willing to volunteer some of his staff to come here to Iron County to help train us on those digital marketing methods so we could learn what's going on. After each of those sessions, the stakeholders there were 67 people at the event, and we got together and we did brainstorming, divergent and convergent brainstorming, to really explore lots of ideas, then narrow them down on those 3 subjects: living, working, and playing. And some of the key topics that came up numerous times were the importance of customer service in businesses, our local housing needs, specifically that we need more market rate rentals and new housing for people coming in. Improving our trails and our marketing of those trails, ORV trails, snowmobile trails, single tracks, paddling, cross-country skiing, things like that. Having more family and youth activities in the area, a quality of life issue. Creating mentoring programs, both for businesses and for students, and getting students more involved, high school students specifically, in local businesses. That kind of echoes what Dr. Christopher Merritt was saying. And having more tourism events, like the Humongous Fungus, but also events like fat tire bike races and things like that, single track races, mutter races, ways that we can bring people into the community to get excited about what's going on here. And millennial marketing, getting those people, 25 to 40-year-olds, coming into the area and really helping us out. So our next steps, really, we're going to use what we learned at the summit, our staff is, to help us establish our economic development priorities in 2019. It's essential for us to hear what the stakeholders have to say and really help us figure where we're going to put our efforts going forward. We're also going to be following up with attendees to help bring together some volunteer teams to get some more boots on the ground to really help us move our goals forward. And I guess I'd like to say finally is if you'd like to get involved, let us know. We want to hear from you, and you can always shoot me an email. My email is paul@iron.org. You can go to our website, iron.org, or swing in our office over at 50 East Genesee Street in Iron River. And I just wanted to wrap up by saying Iron County really is a wonderful place to live, work, and play, and that summit really brought that home. Thanks a lot.